Hi there, readers. Today our lesson is how do we infer character traits? So for the past day or so, we have actually spent time kind of noticing characters, gathering information about them, and just collecting evidence. So I'm going to scroll up in our organizer to show you all the work we've been doing. We've gathered evidence for our main character. Now, the one that we're using today for me to model is Librarian at Basra. We're still using the same story. And the main character is Aliyah Muhammad Baker. So the previous day, I was just stopping to notice important words, important actions, important thoughts, important feelings. And I was writing down and flagging where I was finding that. So for example, here, page 5, the quote, Aliyah takes matters into her own hands. Secretly, she brings books home every night, filling her car late after work. And then I did the same thing again for page 17. I thought that was important, and this was the quote. Now, when you are doing this in your text, okay, and you have a copy of the text, in this case, this is like a PDF, but one thing you can do is, here's page 5. One thing you can do is you can actually highlight the text. It's hard to see my highlighting because it's in yellow already. So you hit that comment button and then you highlight it, and then this little comment feature pops up. What's nice is you can annotate right in the comments box. So I highlighted that important quote. So Aliyah takes matters into her own hands. Secretly, she brings books home every night, filling her car late after work. So what am I noticing there? This shows that Aliyah is very brave because she is risking everything to save the books all by herself. Okay, so I can hit the comment button there. So that's one way to annotate, is when you have a Google Doc, a Google slide, or even a PDF, if you just highlight and hit that comment button, it will allow you to annotate. And that way you can even save your thinking, which is awesome. All right, so let's go back to the organizer. So you have already done this work. You've already gathered your evidence. So today, we're going to just reread all of that evidence. And then what we're going to do is today, we're going to make our inference. So this is the organizer that you will need. I'm going to show you how I did it with the Librarian of Basra, and then you are going to do it for Emmanuel's Dream. So the question in the organizer says, what is the character trait inference or theory you're making about the main character? So it says right here, use the clues from the previous lesson in gathering words, actions, thoughts, feelings. Scroll up. So looking at my information that I gathered, I am noticing that I have a lot of information for her being brave and fearless. My second quote is about brave and taking risks. So she's a risk taker. And then I did the optional one. It shows she's truly passionate and has a great love of books, very caring. So I think for me, I'm going to infer, I have a lot of more evidence about her being brave and fearless. I have 2, right? So what I'm going to do is I think I'm ready to make my inference. Okay, now, when you did yours for whichever book you're practicing on, if you notice that you only have one, you may want to go back and just find more evidence, okay? Because you always want to have at least 2 pieces of evidence to prove your trait, okay? So I have 2 for fearless, and I'm going to go with that one. So it says right here, my character trait inference is, make sure it's not a feeling. Remember, we did the lesson on traits versus feelings. And my trait that I'm going to go with is fearless. Okay, so then it says, what evidence do you have of this same trait in the beginning or middle? And then here it is. Actually, I'm going to change that to page 5. Page 5. Aliyah takes matters into her own hands. Secretly, she brings books home every night. Honestly, I did the work yesterday. Today, I am just like making sure and confirming and guaranteeing my theory. So if you did the work yesterday, I would probably just scroll up to your gathering evidence, copy and paste that, and make sure you're good. Today, we're just finalizing it and making sure. The next part says, what's a second piece of evidence of the same trait in the middle or end? So now I need another piece of evidence in the middle or end. Lucky for me, I did this work yesterday when I was gathering, and I have that. I have it on page 17, and I got the quote. This is quote 2. Aaliyah knows that if the books are to be safe, they must be moved again while the city is quiet. So she hires a truck to bring all 30,000 books to her house and to the houses of friends. So what I have here is basically my trait, and I have 2 pieces of evidence to back it up from the beginning / middle and then the middle / end. And that is what you are doing today with your own story. Good luck.